had one other question. I'm kind of a larger person, and I was curious. I always like to ask spas ahead of time. Like, a lot of times the one size fits all robes just don't work for me. Do you happen to know what size your robes are?
You don't deserve a massage. You don't. You deserve the treadmill. So today we got another fat acceptance cringe TikToks that we're going to react to. It's funny. This is very funny, but it's also very sad. So it's like, you can laugh at them. You can laugh that it's like, wow, this is the world we live in. But at the same time, this is the world we live in. Like, this is what your kids are watching. This is what people at school are watching. It's stuck in their mind. And, you know, they're okay with being obese. #1 killer in America. I like, it's getting old for me saying that, #1 killer in America. I say that every video, and it's starting to become annoying for me. But like, that's just what it is, man. I'd rather it be annoying and stuck in my head than not know it. But it's like, dude, oh, why you make fun of fat, bro? Like, if I tell somebody that they're fat, look, heart disease, you're gonna die, change it. That's just, I'm trying to help you out, man. I really am. You know, trying to paint me as the bad guy, but then you're the one who's on the hospital bed. Let me turn this down. POV, you drive 2.5 hours to see a body positive doctor because you're sick of doctors dismissing your problems because you're 30 pounds overweight. Is that even like that bad? 30 pounds? I think the most I've ever been was like 10 pounds overweight. I feel like 30 is not that bad though. This is a weight neutral zone body checking. They have published books from organizations of how lose the weight of body shame, of how saying that you shouldn't be comparing bodies or talking about diets. It's now they have organizations and actual people, professionals, what they call them, telling you that it's okay to be fat. That's very cringe. But look, she's 30 pounds overweight, and instead of her saying, okay, I'm only 30 pounds over, I still think that's a lot, but like for her, right? Okay, I'm only 30 pounds overweight. I'm not 100 pounds overweight. I can lose that weight. But no, she's gonna go find a doctor who agrees with her ideology, and she's gonna get bigger and bigger. It's sad, but she gets what she's putting in, and if she doesn't want to work out and do the work, she's gonna get huge. Did I react to this before? Y'all making this trend to exclude larger fat women. What trend? Me bodying it away. I don't understand. I see a glazed, I don't know if, glazed muffin. That's a new one. I've never eaten a glazed muffin before, but that's what this thing is. Interesting.
Hot stones.
Advocating for my comfort as a fat person going to the spa. Interesting.
And CBD to that massage. That'd be great. And then I just had one other question. I'm kind of a larger person, and I was curious. I always like to ask spas ahead of time. Like, a lot of times the one size fits all robes just don't work for me. Do you happen to know what size your robes are?
Let me check.
Awesome, thank you.
That's crazy. Honestly, I think that, you know, when you're at a spa and somebody's huge, you got more parts to, I guess, massage or relax, and it's like a lot harder and more work, a lot heavier. So they should get paid more. If you're going to a spa and you are heavy, you should be paying more to go to that spa. I really believe that, and that's gonna help you lose weight because you don't want to pay that extra money. It's just like she's happy to get a massage. You don't deserve a massage. You don't. You deserve the treadmill. She's giving me the creepiest face. You deserve the treadmill.
Oh wow, food. Are we really still fat shaming people in 2022? The amount of people who can't understand that fat shaming is bad and fat acceptance is good is a
why? And he's probably not fat at all. He has like a nice chin right here and stuff. He's pretty old, so a lot of fat people aren't old because, you know, they they don't make it to the old age. But why is he trying to help people or help people be fat?
astounding to me. None of these people are actually worried about Lizzo's health, and none of these people are actually worried about what doctors say. And by the way, doctors still say to lose weight. No, in general, the fat shamers are people who've never had to deal with weight issues themselves, who are just projecting their own insecurities and also their urge to be part of an in-group.
Wait, did he just... So you're saying that the doctors are telling them it's bad and they have weight issues, but you're also saying to accept it? If you have a problem, why are you running away from it? Why are you not solving it? Why are you accepting your problems? What?
To genetics. If any of these people actually cared, they look at
Wait. Body weight can be 80% attributed to genetics. There's times in my life I was extremely thin. There was times in life I was overweight, but not super huge, because I looked at myself and I was like, yeah, this isn't happening. But it's not just genetics. Like, this is the most obese generation we've ever had in history. We're 1/3 of our entire American country is obese. How is that genetics? You can change that. You can eat better, you can run, you can see yourself. We have weight loss transformation videos of people changing their lives, getting a lot more muscle or losing a lot of weight. But that wouldn't be possible if it was all genetics.
to genetics. If any of these people actually cared, they look at the food industry, which makes the bulk of its profits off of unhealthy, high-caloric food. Finally, if any of these people really cared, they look.
What did this say too? The bulk of profits off of unhealthy caloric. That is true. A lot of food in it. That's true. But at the end of the day, that's still your fault. Okay, I have McDonald's, Wendy's, Taco Bell. You have all these things, right? And it's so good. But just because you have more things around you doesn't mean it's good to put that in your body. That's like saying, if a bunch of people are doing the wrong thing, and you're like, oh, well, everybody else is doing the wrong thing, I'm gonna just do the wrong thing too. You're not supposed to be doing what other people are doing just because it's right there, right in front of your face. Even if you're doing the right thing, you should step aside and still do the right thing and fight against what is wrong. And putting that stuff in your body, you even know it's wrong. I went into a Popeyes, right, and it had in big bold labels, sodium warning. And that's not even like the worst part. Like, there's a bunch of fat with it, grease and all that stuff. But they even specifically said sodium warning. And they have all the nutrition facts you can look up on the website, see how much those are, and just how much you put in your body. And people still don't do that. And they're blaming the food industry. They're blaming the food industry, but the hard-earned money that they get, they're giving it to the food industry that they're blaming.
They look at the food industry, which makes the bulk of its
Wild.
profits off of unhealthy, high-caloric. Finally, if any of these people really cared, they'd look up studies that show that fat acceptance helps people lose weight instead of the opposite, but they'd rather just.
Fat acceptance helps people lose weight. Yo, this guy is wild. Fat acceptance helps people lose weight. Yo, let me bring up my good old friend Hannah Talks. She's a really well fat acceptance person, right?
Here's your
So let's look at her. Yo.
here's your reminder that
Oh, oops, no, not this one. Oh, this guy's making fun of her. Hannah Talks Bodies, right? Oh, okay. Fat acceptance helps, right? Let's look at her from a long time ago. So here you could see that she's pretty huge. She's really huge. And that was in 2020. So can we find one in like 2022? 2022, 6'7". She doesn't look like she's changed at all. Like, you can see even more of the double chin right here. How is this whole... She's a fat acceptance advocate and fat liberation health justice counselor educator. She didn't lose weight. So what do you mean fat acceptance helps you lose weight? She's getting praised because she's talking about how fat acceptance is good. She's helping so many people or talking to so many people and saying, okay, yeah, fat acceptance. And she didn't change. Why are you looking up to somebody who can't change their body and get better? Victim mode. It's so cringe, man. It really is. But that's the world we live in. Sucks. But yeah, end of the day, stop being fat.